Welcome back to Beijing to the Four Continents Championship. I'm Debbie Wilkes along with Tracy Wilson. Free dancers warming up in the background, the free dance competition about to begin. Here's the layout after the original dance. Born in Kratz of Canada first. Two American teams follow up, Belbin and Agosto, Lange and Chernishev. Canadians Dubreuil, Lausanne are fourth and fifth, Megan Wing and Aaron Lowe. Free dance worth 50% of the total mark, with Canadian support abundant in the audience. For our first competitors today from Canada, MarieFrance Dubreuil and Patrice Lausange.
They will skate to an original composition. Program is called Dance With My Heart. Skating very close together on that circular sequence of footwork, more difficult. MarieFrance Dubreuil and Patrice Lausange. Debbie, they skated that very well. It's an ambitious program filled with content, some original lifts. They don't stop. A very, very quick transitions, one move to the next. They'll be happy with that performance, but we'll see what the judges think in just a second.
MarieFrance Dubreuil and Patrice, Canadian champions in 2000. You're born in Kratz, were not competing at the Canadian Championships. I found the performance today compelling.
I agree with you, Debbie, and I particularly like the way they've challenged themselves with this program. A look at one of their innovative lifts, clever positions on the entrances and the exits of the lifts, a beautiful position in the air in this lift. Patrice swinging MarieFrance.
And with them a maximum amount of control, too. Never a moment where they looked off balanced, where they looked stricken from the edge.
No, they were going at full speed. I don't think with these marks the judges have fully appreciated the technical difficulty in that program. One miscue would spell disaster for them on the entrance to a lift and some of that difficult footwork.
Presentation marks slightly higher, 5-1 to 5-5. Likely, however, not enough to get them to the podium.
The tough position for MarieFrance and Patrice to be in fourth place. They've dropped behind two couples that they beat at the World Championships last year, and this is not something they want to have happen. MarieFrance has been injured, and that has affected their training. They do have the Grand Prix final coming up to redeem themselves.
On the ice next, five-time American dance champions. Here are Naomi Lange and Peter Chernishev.
This is a team that finished 11th at the World Championships. Their music, Still Loving You by the Scorpions. A lot of side-by skating in this program lessens the degree of difficulty. Good tight position on that circular sequence of footwork and terrific speed. See there again, hand-in-hand skating quite far apart. But that also gives it a free-flowing quality. See here, they're skating within each other's arm, doing difficult footwork. That's one of the required footwork sequences. But throughout most of the program, they're side by side or hand in hand like they are there. And that is quite simple, basic skating, not nearly the complexity of Dubreuil and Lausanne in terms of the choreography.
Naomi, born in Arcata, California. Peter from St. Petersburg, Russia. Naomi Lange and Peter Chernyshev, the U.S. national champions.
They train with Sheldon and Victor Kratz. They share a coach, Nikolai Morozov. I like this team a lot. I think they're both fine skaters and performers. I think, though, that this program was not at their level. It was too simple. It reminded me more of a show program in its construction, with basic skating and progressive in between these fabulous highlights. And the highlights in this program were the key to it. It was kind of easy to watch and to like. It was quite free-flowing. But again, for their level, I don't think it had the technical difficulty. And for this level of competition. Naomi has been injured this year. She's missed most of the season. This is their first international competition. She's missed most of the training season because of an injured Achilles heel.
Technical merit marks 5.0 to 5.7.
These are very good marks, very strong marks.
Definitely a more comfortable skate than U.S. nationals, and good marks for presentation, 5.3 to 5.8. Naomi Lange and Peter Chernyshev. Mentioning Born and Kratz, they will skate next at the Four Continents Championships. Stay with us for more free dance on CTV. Winging our way back to the dance competition at the Four Continents Championships, up next on the ice. From the United States, Tanith, Belbin, and Benjamin Agosto.
They were in second place after the short program. Last year at the World Championships, they finished 13th at the senior level. Were World Junior Champions. This, their Elvis medley.
Well, since my baby left me, I found a new place to dwell. It's down at the end of a lonely street, a heartbreak hotel where you will be. You'll be so lonely, baby. You will be lonely. You'll be so lonely you could die. some room for broken-hearted lovers to cry there in the gloom. Be so, it is a lonely baby. It is a lonely. You'll be so lonely you could die. Let me be your love, take me back. Was shaking around that, leave me anywhere. Let me be, oh, let him know, teddy bear. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. You ain't nothing but a hound dog, crying all the time. Well, you ain't nothing but a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
13th at the World Championships last year. Who knows where they'll finish this year, but they are on their way up. Tanith, Belbin, Benjamin Agosto of the United States, last year's junior world champions. That performance was fresh, youthful. They brought out the rhythm of the dance. I loved the way the lifts were just part of the performance, blended beautifully with the choreography. As you can see here, a nice change of position, effortless, smooth.
And difficult.
Very difficult, Debbie, you're right. It was fun to watch, and it was a departure from anything else we've seen. And that is so important in the ice dance, is you set yourself apart. Often the skaters just follow the trend, and everybody ends up doing the same thing. They are being rewarded for the freshness. Look at those marks, all the way up to a 5.9.
Technical merit. Wow, a great performance for Belbin and Agosto. Presentation likely just as high, 5.6 to 5.9. And looks like they will stay ahead of Naomi Lange and Peter Chernyshев for the first time. Belbin and Agosto moving ahead of both Lange and Chernyshев and Dubreuil Lausanne. They are earmarked for greatness, and I'm sure the fact that they've chosen an Elvis Presley medley for Washington might have been part of the scheme. What do you think? Next competitors, the leaders all the way so far, Canadian champions in their first international competition this year, Sheldon Bourne and Victor Kratz.
Their music, Adagio of 21st Century, performed by Sarah Brightman. Listen to the response from a normally reserved audience. Warm applause for the performance of Sheldon and Victor Kratz of Canada. This is the first time they have skated this free dance before an international panel. We know the audience loved it. Let's see what the judges think.
And we will check it out, take a short break, come right back. We'll have their marks in a moment. Back with Sheldon and Victor Kratz, their first international event, a very important one considering they will face similar international judges in Washington at the World Championships later in March.
They are skating so well, like a well-oiled machine. You see no doubt, no hesitation in their skating. Well-trained despite the injury that Sheldon suffered earlier in the season. This program has a little bit of everything. Better lifts. Their lifts have much improved over the seasons of the past. I think they're skating more as one. Used to be two skaters skating together. They've really gelled and are working together. It's all coming together for Sheldon and Victor this year.
I see balance between partners. I see chemistry between partners. And this is a huge step. I think they went back to the drawing board last year, spurred on by their silver medal finish at the World Championships, and really have fought this season, despite the injury, to come up with the best kind of material that is going to fare very well against the defending world champions from Russia.
They received a couple of sixes for presentation in the original dance. No sixes for technical merit. Mind you, look at all of the 5.9s, and there are the sixes for presentation. 5 in all. And a host of 5.9s for Sheldon and Victor Kratz.
One thing to have 6.0s at the Canadian Championships, quite another thing to have it on the international stage.
They got their answer. They are well on their way to the World Championships and perhaps a first-place finish. Looks good.
Gold tastes in their mouth here from 4 continents. First-place finish for Sheldon and Victor Kratz. Americans are 2 and 3, Belbin and Agosto, Lange and Chernyshев, and Canadians 4 and 5, Dubreuil and Lausanne, wing and low. You'll see us next at the Grand Prix final, March 13th and 14th from St. Petersburg, Russia, and of course live coverage from the World Figure Skating Championships from Washington, D.C. beginning March 25th. Hope you've enjoyed our coverage from the 4 Continents Championship. I'm Debbie Wilkes for Tracy Wilson. See you from St. Petersburg and once again from the World Championships in Washington. Bye for now.